How's it going, YouTube? This is Skul TCG, and welcome back to my ShinyLocke live stream. Let's go ahead and get started as I go ahead and explain some things. First of all, I saw a whole lot more people than usual asking when I was going to start. The reason that it took so long is I always allow for a full song to play to allow people time to see that I'm going live and to join in. So, whenever you join and the song's playing, don't worry. As soon as that song's over, I start streaming. It's just to give people time to join. Second thing, the music in the background is all by GlitchX. Okay, we just got a £5 donation. Skul Pie knows me. I don't know how this works, but it's going to be fun. Oh boy, alright, I'll give you all luck. Thank you, Country Folk Kamasan, for the £5 donation. I gotta update that real quick. The music in the background is all by GlitchX City. What is £5 to dollars? £5 to USD. So that's $6.50. Wow, not bad. Okay, so that means I gotta manually update this to $239.50. $239.50. And the donation goal, which will be back up in a minute. There. The donation goal is for a PC graphics card. My computer currently does not actually have a graphics card, so everything that I do on my computer is being handled completely by the CPU. Basically, let me put it this way. I saw a few people asking for me to stream Splatoon instead. The reason that I'm not is because I can't. My computer is incapable of streaming Splatoon. It's not powerful enough. A graphics card would allow for me to stream any Wii U or Switch game. It would allow for me to do more elaborate things with my setup here. Basically, it allows for me to add a webcam and GIFs and animations and stuff like that, which I can't do right now. And it would also allow for me to add the alert box for whenever people subscribe. So, yeah, that's why I'm saving up for that. And once again, thank you for the £5 donation already. I think that's the fastest I've ever gotten a donation in a live stream. Thank you so much. Anyway, what's there to talk about? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is today is the 75th anniversary of the release of Bambi, which is a Walt Disney animation classic. It's one of my favorite films of all time, so I'm probably going to watch that tonight in its honor. 75 years old, that's just really difficult to grasp my mind around. Also, for those of you who are Pokemon fans, the first few theaters list has been announced for Pokemon I Choose You, which comes out in November. There's only, I think, 100 screens, maybe about that, right now that are listed, but there will be a whole lot more. I'll put this in perspective. Fathom Event's biggest event so far is The Killing Joke, which was released last August, I believe, and it got onto 1,200 screens. They want for Pokemon to get at least to 1,500, probably to 2,000. So if your theater or even your state or your country isn't listed on the list yet, don't worry. It's just the very first few theaters that have agreed to show it. There will be more. There will be a lot more. And I'm super excited to see that movie like you have no idea. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think I haven't been this excited to see a Pokemon movie since the first Pokemon movie almost 20 years ago. Think about that. So I'm just super excited. I can't wait. Just biding my time. And otherwise, I do read the chat, so feel free to ask questions and I'll try and answer as many as I can. So, now somebody asked why all my backgrounds and my thumbnails are so simple. I kind of like it that way. And Triple, please stop repeating the same question over and over. I saw it the first 10 times you wrote it. I really like just doing simple backgrounds. We got another £2 donation from Country Folk Komasan. I've got to do the conversion again real quick. Hold on. £2 to dollars. And it should show up here in a second. $2.60. Woo! Okay, so that should put it up to 242.10. I have to manually update the super chats, but whenever you donate using the link in the description, it should show up perfectly on its own, so yeah. Thank you so much for that. You've donated already like almost 10 bucks. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Hype in the chat. But yeah, to answer your question, I like the simple backgrounds. I know plenty of other YouTubers, there it finally showed up. I know plenty of other YouTubers, most of them bigger than I am, who like commission thumbnails for every single video, but those thumbnails cost like $50 each. And, I mean, for big YouTubers to earn $1,000 a day, that's pocket change. For me, that's, I won't say exactly how much, but that's quite a significant amount of money every day for me to drop on thumbnails. So I need to make my own thumbnails, so I much prefer just having it color-coded. So the original Splatoon is orange background, the new Splatoon is green, Mario Kart is dark blue, Smash Brothers is light blue, whenever I do Gmod every once in a blue moon it's red, etc. So that's why I do it that way. And if for some reason you happen to miss my videos because of that, hopefully the way I explained it, it will help you to be on the lookout for them now. And anyway, I haven't actually explained what a ShinyLocke is yet today. ShinyLocke, for those of you who don't know, is a self-imposed challenge. The game is not altered in any way. I am playing an actual cartridge of OmegaRuby, and the game has not been modified, but it's a self-imposed challenge. That's basically two major rules. One, I can only catch shiny Pokemon, and two, I cannot progress in the game until I catch a shiny in every area. So I'm on Route 103 right now, means I cannot go to Route 104 until I catch a shiny here. And the odds of a shiny this early on are 1 in 4,096, and there is no way to make that better. We got a $5 donation from George Bolino. Once again, hype in the chat. Thank you so much. I gotta update that again. We are very close to that 50% mark. We're very close to being halfway there. Holy cow. So 247.50 now. And there it showed up. Thank you. We're very close to that halfway mark. Wait for the lag to drop. There we go. Yeah, thank you so much. It's so appreciated. So, so those are the rules, and most of the reason why I started it is because I needed to reset the game anyway so that I could shiny hunt all the legendaries that you can get post-game and throughout the game. There's like, I think, a dozen legendaries that you can get as shinies in this game. And I figured while I'm at it, why not just make it into a ShinyLocke just to add to it. I've got another £1 donation from Country Folk Komasan. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing this. Once again, hype in the chat. Let's see, in my jam, if you wish to donate, then there are two ways. You can either use the super chat button, or you can use the link in the description of the video. That's $1.30 now. Okay, so that puts us up to $248.40. There we go. Look at how close we are to the halfway mark. That's amazing. Thank you so much, guys. It's very much appreciated. And of course, now it's showing up. Now would be the perfect time to find a shiny, too, because then you guys would get, like, the biggest of shout-outs in the highlight video. So, yeah, that's basically why I'm doing a ShinyLocke. Somebody asked what my least favorite Pokemon is and why. Garbodor. I just don't like the design. That's my only reason. Yeah, Tom, I'll be good. Thanks. We got a £2 donation, which, okay, that definitely put us over the 50%. Country, how much have you donated so far? £2 to USD. Should be 260. Yep, that's 260. So that is $251 on the mark, which is halfway to our goal. Over halfway to the goal. Woo! We have a donation string going on here, people. This is awesome. Big shout out to Country, whatever your full name is. Thank you so much. That's so awesome. We're up over halfway towards our goal of a graphics card. And I know plenty of people ask all the time, what kind of graphics card am I going to get? I don't know. I asked, you know, what's a good goal for a graphics card? People said 500 bucks, so when I get the goal, I'll go ahead and see what graphics cards cost 500 bucks, and I'll get that. It'll probably be a GX 1070, I'm thinking, is what I'll go for, but it could really be anything, honestly. You've donated £9. Well, 9 times 1.3. Oh, you've donated over, like, I think 12 bucks so far, which is amazing. Thank you so much. If someone donated $1,000, I don't know what I would do. I would probably freak out a little bit. You got a shiny Dewpiper. Congratulations. What was my first amiibo? Well, I bought Pikachu, Link, and Zelda all on the same day, and I told myself that was all I was going to get. That was a lie. That was definitely a lie. We're up to 114 people watching. Thanks, guys. I really hope my internet doesn't crap on me and I lose half of you. Which, knowing my luck, is exactly what's going to happen. I have changed some of my internet settings, so hopefully it won't just randomly drop every once in a while. We got another £2 donation. Oh my goodness. That's, I think, 260? Yeah, 260. So, oh my goodness, hype once again. So, 253.60. Dang it, that's just awesome. Thank you so much. No, Triple Jump. It is 1 in 4,096. I don't know where you got that number, but it's 1 in 4,096. It's half that if I, half that? No, it's a quarter of that if I get into a DexNav, but the problem is, DexNavs I cannot intentionally look for without first having caught the Pokemon, and it takes about 4 times as long as just getting random encounters anyway. So, when it comes down to it, this is just the quickest. This is the quickest way to get the encounters out of the way. Is just to go through and just get encounter after encounter after encounter. Eventually, I'll get a shiny, then I'll move on. But honestly, once I get a shiny here on Route 103, I'm going to switch over to Pokemon Moon and hunt for something there. You know, people like looking for new Pokemon, so the ShinyLocke is just something I'm doing on the side. I'll probably shiny hunt in Moon and then come back to this, and then shiny hunt in Moon, come back to this. Just, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a shiny hunt in Moon and something else before coming back to this, because this is going to take a long time. I'm guessing at least a year to get to the end of the game, maybe even longer. Luckily, the farther in the game I go, the more ways there are to find shinies. I can horde hunt using Sweet Scent. I can chain fish. It's just these earlier routes where I'm stuck with just random encounters. It won't take that long to get other methods, and I will exploit all those methods possible. And then we just have to worry about soft resetting on legendaries, like Latios and Latios. And then I can get my shiny charm, which should make soft resetting on the other legendaries a whole lot quicker. So, we'll see what happens. Do I stream on other platforms? I'm unable to right now just because my computer cannot handle streaming Wii U or Switch games. I also have a PS4 and an Xbox One, and, you know, a Nintendo 64, a GameCube, an Atari 2600, a PlayStation 1, all consoles that I really do want to stream someday. Sega Genesis. All consoles that I want to stream someday, but my computer just cannot do it without a graphics card. That's why I'm saving up for one, so that I will be able to stream more than just 3DS games, which is barely enough for my computer to handle as it is. How do people have the patience for shiny hunting? That's a good question. Honestly, it helps to stream, because here I may be wasting a few hours of my life just grinding trying to find a shiny, but at least I'm wasting it having fun with my fans. Right, we're over 100 people watching right now, which is absolutely fantastic. That's 100 people who are willing to just hang around and watch and have fun. So my odds for this Wingull, it is a Wingull, is 1 in 1,024. So it's quadruple normal, but it's still less than a 0.1% chance of being a shiny, and it was not a shiny. but it does have a higher chance of being being a higher level, which thankfully it wasn't. I had a hard time running away from those. Have I ever played a Fire Emblem game? I have Fire Emblem Awakening. I played a bit of it. I need to play more. I know I do. It's just, I don't know. Whenever I feel like playing a handheld game, I just turn to Pokemon. This is my... Pokemon is my favorite series of all time. People ask me what my favorite game of all time is. It's Pokemon Silver. I'm playing that right now on my TV through my Game Boy player and my GameCube, and I'm having a blast. I forgot just how much I did enjoy that game way back in the day. It was awesome. Rubik's. If you're just spamming that you want to play with me and then I don't respond and you say I'm going to unsub, okay, bye. Like, I don't know what else to say to that. Is there a Game Boy capture card? No, but there are ways to play Game Boy games on a TV. For the original Game Boy, you can play them on the Super Game Boy on the Super NES. And for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games, you can play them and the original Game Boy with the Game Boy Player add-on for the Nintendo GameCube. And then you could just capture those with a... I use an Elgato, the same capture card that I use for my Wii U and Switch. That captures older consoles just fine with the AV cords. There are better ways to capture video in higher definition, but that's what I use. So, yeah, there's not a Game Boy capture card per se, but you can basically play Game Boy games on a GameCube and then capture the GameCube with an Elgato, and there you go. Voila. So, no, Triple, my thumbnails are staying the way they are. It is awesome, though. I currently have the ability to play any Nintendo game ever, except for 3 consoles. The NES, the Super NES, and the Virtual Boy. And to be honest, like, the Virtual Boy is so low on my priorities list. I played a Virtual Boy last year, and no joke, it really isn't a joke when I say that the eye strain is real. Like, whatever you've heard about eye straining with the Virtual Boy, it's not a joke. It's not an exaggeration. It really is. You can only play it for 10 or 15 minutes at a time before your eyes hurt. I don't really know why. The 3DS 3D is no big deal to me, but the Virtual Boy is just horrible. So Virtual Boy is low on my priorities list. That being said, I am getting an NES and hopefully a Super NES this October at the Houston Arcade Expo. So once I get those two, I will literally be able to play any Nintendo game except for Virtual Boy games. The only console I'll be missing is Wii, and I can play Wii games on the Wii U. So I'm pretty excited by that. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, what is this channel about? That's a good question. Honestly, I hope if you watch my channel, it's not just for one particular series. It's because you enjoy me and my personality for some reason, because even I don't. But I pretty much dabble in a bit of everything. I'm probably best known now for Splatoon, but I also do everything wrong with the Pokemon movies. Used to do trading card game a lot, don't anymore. I'm trying to show off more retro game stuff, and of course, I have my Amiibo collection, all sorts of fun stuff. I collecting Nintendo Switch games. I'm starting a series with that here soon, where we play various Switch games on Sundays. What else? Random stuff, honestly. Honestly, I hope if you watch my channel, it's for me, not for any one particular series, because I know that I have crippled my channel by focusing on so many different things, but that's because I love so many different things. I love a ton of stuff, and my interests always change. And I don't think that it would be fair to my channel to limit myself by just focusing on one particular thing. Honestly, I love playing Pokemon, but whenever I made a video of me playing Pokemon, people just didn't seem to enjoy it. Whenever I live stream, of course, I had over 100 people watching, and now I just have 85 for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know why I suddenly dropped 20 people. Whatever. So that's my way of saying my channel pretty much focuses on a bit of everything. Mostly gaming. Almost exclusively gaming. Various games of various kinds. But it does dabble in other things as well. In fact, now that I think about it, I need to make tomorrow's video before I forget. How do I feel about the furries on Splatoon 2? I've heard all about it. I know nothing about it, though, so I have no opinion. Psycho, if you want to send me a Wii, I will make a video dedicated just to showing that off and thanking you. No joke. If you want my address, send me an email and I'll give it to you. SkulCircleTCG@gmail.com. Did I watch Sword Art Online? Yes, I have. It's my favorite anime. Of course, admittedly, I don't watch much anime, and I know SAO has its fair share of problems. I just don't care. I love that show. There we go. Can I do more Splatoon 2 hide and seek? I'm trying to. Our biggest problem is we got a £2 donation from Country Folk Kamasan. Okay, that was actually applied directly to the, that was through the feed. So thank you so much for that donation. Woo! Hype in the chat, everyone. It's not showing up. Okay, I need to add that manually. 255.90. 255.90. There we go. Hype in the chat, yeah. What was I even saying? I don't even remember. It must not have been important. Another, like, that's, I think, 15 pounds that you've donated so far. That's amazing. Thank you so much. It seems that I always spike viewerships whenever there's a donation. I wonder if there's what it is with that. Oh yeah, Splatoon 2 hide and seek. Our problem is most of the stages are really small, and there aren't that many stages right now. So basically, the few hide and seek things that we've done ended pretty quickly. I think there's only been one game so far where anyone actually successfully hid for the whole game, and I think that's just because they were walking around the map the whole time instead of actually hiding. So, so I would love to keep doing hide and seek in Splatoon 2. The problem is there's just not that many places left to hide. I think we gotta wait until a new stage comes out and try that, and hopefully make it a bigger stage. Like that Splatfest only stage, that would have been perfect for hide and seek. All the regular stages are way too small, with not enough hiding spots. So, we'll see. I really want to make it happen. What's my favorite Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stage? That's a good question. I really like all of them, honestly. I guess Urchin Underpass for the battle mode. Well, I know that doesn't exactly count, but that's my answer. Why do you need a replacement 3DS, Jack? That sounds unfortunate. It's worse for me. If I needed a replacement 3DS, I would need a 3DS with a capture card. And those are like $500-600, so it's even worse for me. Oh, they did just announce today that there will be a new 3DS XL based off of Metroid that'll be released alongside Samus Returns next month. It looks beautiful. I wish I had $200 lying around to spend on it. I don't, so whatever. My favorite game, Pokemon Silver or Black and White? Pokemon Silver. It's my all-time favorite Pokemon game. It's my all-time favorite game in general. Like, nothing tops it. Nothing even comes close. So, Silver versus literally any other game, Silver's going to win every time. Psycho, my email is skulshirtagletcg@gmail.com. Just copy my my username here at gmail.com, just to make sure that you spell it correctly. Or you can go to my YouTube page, go to the About section, and look for my business email. It's there. Your XL split in two. Oh man, that's horrible. Mega Tatazi. I was avoiding the Splatoon 2 data mine spoilers, so please make that the only one you drop. How do you get awesome pictures? What awesome pictures are you talking about? Have you seen pictures of me? I look horrible. Nothing close to awesome. Oh, for anyone wondering how long I'm going to stream, I'm hoping to get to 4,000 encounters today. So this is going to be a super long stream. I hope. We'll see if my internet cooperates. Last time I wanted to do 400 encounters altogether, and I ended up only getting to 200 because my internet kept pooping out. So hopefully this time I do 500 with solid internet. Why is Silver my favorite game? That's a good question. I think part of it has to be that that was the first video game I ever personally owned. That's not true. I actually did own a copy of the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy, but Pokemon Silver I count as the first game I owned because I poured so much time and effort into that game. I had rented the previous games, of course, back in the 90s. You rented games, you didn't buy them. So that makes Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow's sales numbers even more impressive. But I rented those games and I never did buy them. Silver was the very first Pokemon game that I bought, and I just spent so much time on that game. I think I probably put in, like, no joke, I think I might have put in 300 hours into it before I reset the game because I wanted to start all over the first time. So, but beyond that, I just consider them to be the most perfect Pokemon games. They took everything that was right about Generation 1 and just built on it so much. They introduced genders, babies, eggs. They introduced the concept of 2 regions, a post-game, a proper post-game. There's just so much that they did right. We got another £2 donation. Holy cow. How do I feel about you donating so much? I really hope that you are okay with donating so much. I really don't want for you to do something you don't want to just because you want attention. But thank you so much. £2 donation. Once again, hype in the chat. Okay, this puts it up to 820. There we go. Man, you're just so generous. Thank you so much. What Pokemon's on Skul's profile? That's Helioptile. It's my personal Helioptile mascot, Zippy. She is my favorite Pokemon. But yeah, Silver. I mean, I consider them to be the most perfect Pokemon games. It's just, I really don't know how else to put it. And there's just my favorite because of all of the fun I had with them and just how, like, I cannot find a single thing wrong with them. It's just so immersive and so beautiful. How do you send me things? Well, if you want to send me digital stuff, then you can link it to me on Twitter. My Twitter is @SureGoldTCG. A link is in the description. If you want to send me physical things through the mail, then send me an email and I'll give you my address. SkulSureGoldTCG@gmail.com. Just copy and paste my YouTube name @gmail.com. How do I feel about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? I don't have an opinion because we don't know anything about it except for Lycanroc's new form. And honestly, when I saw that new form, I honestly goodness thought at a glance that it was just a shiny midday Lycanroc. I didn't realize it was a brand new form. I do like it though. I think it's a really good Lycanroc alternate form. But that's literally the only thing we know about the game so far, is that Lycanroc has a new form. It's a Dusk form. We'll probably get a Dawn form too. So, with that being the only information, I do not have an opinion on the games. I'm looking forward to them. I really hope they're better than Sun and Moon. I think it's no secret by now. I did not like those games very much. Just too many cutscenes, too much dialogue. It just drew out way too much. We got another £2 donation from Country Folk Kumasan. Holy cow, thank you so much. Let me update that. My favorite Star Wars episode is The Force Awakens. So we're at 260.50. 260.50. Hype. Do not stop that hype train. Seriously. This is very generous of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Psycho. I'll have to check it out later, probably after the stream, because I'll go ahead and check and make sure I got the email. But I will, but I will not be able to reply to it until later after the stream is over. Hopefully you understand. Yeah, I did get the email. So I'll reply to that as soon as I can, which will probably be immediately after the stream's over. I just need to focus on this. My favorite character from SAO is Asuna. Second favorite is probably Shinon. Why don't I do top 10s anymore? Well, because the 2 top 10s I did, no one liked, and I didn't really enjoy doing them in the first place. I did them because my awesome network tried to encourage me to switch this channel into a top 10 series and upload 2 videos a day doing top 10s because that's what YouTube algorithm loves. I tried it for 2 days, I hated it, and I never wanted to do it again. My favorite Pokemon is Helioptile. My favorite color is green. I really don't know why. It's just always been my favorite color ever since I was a kid. Ever since I was young enough to know what all the colors were, I just liked green more than anything else. What graphics card am I picking? I don't know. I'm gonna reach the donation goal, and then I'll look at what is available for $500. The way I view it is, why bother looking at it now when I might not even reach this goal for like months and months and months. With how long this donation train has gone, I might reach it within the next week or 2, but honestly, I don't know. I figure it's best just to wait until I get the money before I even look and consider my options. Do I like Heliolisk? I didn't at first, but it's grown on me. I really do like its design. It looks very original. Like Helioptile and Heliolisk, they remind me of what Pokemon looked like back in Generation 1. Based off an animal, a little bit altered, single color or 2, and they remind me of what actual Pokemon look like as I know it. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the ones with all sorts of weird markings and stuff, or complicated designs, those are still Pokemon to me. But Helioptile and Heliolisk remind me of what Pokemon looked like back when there were only 150 or 250. So, yeah. Yeah, everyone send me emails, thank you. I'll just have to check them later because I'm streaming now, but I will get to all of them. And I just double-checked, yes, I do have 2 emails, one from Alistair and one from the other person who I already said I got it. My favorite Pokemon song? Ooh, good question. My favorite song with lyrics. We got a $1.50 donation. Here you go, buddy, keep up the work. From Rainbow Technic. Hype in the chat, everyone, and that automatically updated. We're up to $262 now. Hype again in the chat. Holy cow, this is the longest donation train I've ever had. Just thank you so much. You guys are awesome. My favorite song is actually the Japanese opening song for the first season of the anime. It's aimed to be a Pokemon Master. I cannot tell you the translation, but I listen to that song all the time. It's really, really good. Well, thank you, Tiggy Tiggy. Why do I like SAO? Well, like I said, I know that it has problems with it. I think the pacing is horrible, how they just, like, they got into a death game, and then 3 episodes later, 2 years have passed, like, okay. And then they spend the next 4 episodes just continuing on. Anyway, I like SAO more for the concept than the actual execution. I like it for the thought process, or the psychology of it. What would happen if you were stuck inside a video game for 2 full years? What would that do to you? How would you react? And I think that's pretty awesome, just thinking about that. We got another £2 donation from Country Folk Kamasan. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to add that. Again, holy cow, thank you so much. Okay, $262.80. Just holy cow, I cannot thank you enough for this. That's amazing. Okay, but yeah, that's why I like SAO. More for the psychology of it than the actual execution. Honestly, though, if you want good SAO, the Mother's Rosario arc is just really, really good. Like, that's my favorite arc of the whole show. That's the final arc of Season 2. The one with Asuna and Yuki. That was just, like, a very beautiful thing. In fact, I actually did pick up the light novel for that, and that's the only SAO book I have, but I just love it so much. I've read it so many times because it's so beautiful. If you want other good SAO, then I recommend watching the movie when you're able to. Currently, I don't think there's any way to, and I'm so mad at this. The DVD hasn't been announced for North America yet, but I saw it 2 times in theaters, and that was just amazing. I still love Mother's Rosario a bit more, but as far as execution goes, the movie was very well done. It was easy to follow, the pacing was really well, maybe bad in just a few places. Everyone was in character, there were just strong characters all around. The story was very strong. The movie was just good. But yeah, so like, but when it comes down to it, the first season of the anime is just like not good. But like I said, I like it more for the thought of being stuck in a video game than actually seeing, okay, 2 years have passed. And this is what we're at now. That was not very well done. But to that regard, the author has started the SAO Progressive series, which focuses on what happened during those 2 years. And that, I think, is actually a bit longer than the actual main series now. Well, I guess up to alkalization. Oh, another £2 donation! Thank you so much. I wish I had other words than just thank you to say, but I don't. So just please accept my thanks, and I hope it's enough. But yeah, so I'm done talking about SAO, unless you guys want to hear me keep talking about it. I like the Progressive series. It's really good. There's a whole lot more in there that I love. The psychology of video games. I always have. I love video gaming in general. I mean, ever since I was a little kid. I mean, this is what my job is now, playing video games. I'm streaming to you guys, and I'm getting paid for it. And not just by Koma-san. I'm getting paid by YouTube for every ad I run. Speaking of, someone's going to enjoy that. So, yeah, yeah. Is Woomy some sort of meme? I guess, but Woomy is what the Squid Girl says when she super jumps in the first platoon. So it's just sort of, we got a $10 donation from the challenges. Hi, Skul, it's me from 2 streams ago. I want to let you know that your vids are amazing. I hope you reach your goal. Yes, let's play Overwatch together when I get the graphics card. Thank you so much. That's a $10 hype in the chat, everyone. Oh my goodness. We're up to 275.10. And give it a second to up. See, it's lagging so much right now because I don't have a graphics card. Just to give you an idea. We are up to 55% of the way there. Holy crap. Thank you so much to both of you for, well, and the other person who donated earlier. I wish I remembered their name. We've had the longest donation train ever. This is amazing. Yeah, what about Mudkips? I highly recommend that you keep checking PokeBeach because they're going to have updates on theater lists like as soon as they are set. So, basically, yeah, Pokemon I Choose You is coming to theaters all over on November 5 and 6. I'm probably going to see it both days. If there's multiple showings both days, I might just do a marathon. I might just see every single showing possible. But knowing how Fathom events usually work, it'll only be 1 or 2 showings each day. So at most, I'll probably be able to see it maybe 5 times. That being said, if it gets a full release for each of those days and it gets like 7 showings per day, I'll see it 14 times. I will not complain. Do I like Keldeo? I like Keldeo. It has a really good design. I know people joke that it's the My Little Pony Pokemon, but I really do like its design. It looks like a trainee of the Three Musketeers, which is what it's based off of, and I think it looks pretty good in that regard. Okay, we got a Legend of Korra remix now. My favorite mythical Pokemon, Shaman. I really like Shaman. Its design, its Skyform design is really, I love it so much. And its landform isn't that bad either, but I prefer its Skyform. Did I hear about the Splatoon 2 day mine? I heard about it. I have not looked at it because I'm avoiding spoilers. So please don't share it with me. Do I like Dreambot? Look, there aren't that many Pokemon that I don't like. Garbodor is one of them, but there's not many more. So if you ask me if I like a Pokemon, odds are we got a £10 donation. This is actually the first stream of your channel. I'll trade you in OmegaRuby or Sun and Moon. Oh my goodness, we got a £10 donation. What does that come out to? $12.50? $12.30, I think? Hold on. Oops. Okay, this one. £10 to USD. It's $12.99. I'm just going to round it up to $13. Oh my goodness. To $288.10. Holy cow. That's amazing. Hype, hype, hype indeed. And we got a £2 donation just after that. Okay. Okay. 290.40? 2904. Okay. That should be correct now. How much money have you donated to me so far? That's just so much. I cannot thank you enough. And also, 3,600 encounters hype. Maybe we'll actually get a shiny right here. Nope. That would have been awesome, though. Holy cow. Psycho, are you sure you want to deal with trying to ship a Wii from the UK over here? Because that sounds like it would cost a lot. Sounds like it would be cheaper just to buy a whole Wii. If you really want to, then sure, but are you sure you want to knowing that? Have I played any of the SAO games? I have Excel World vs. Sword Art Online. I've tried playing a little bit of it. I haven't played much, though, because I just got the game a few days ago. I imported the physical copy because it was only released digitally here, thanks Nintendo. Another £1 donation. I'm making it so that I can't even stream because you're donating so much. Okay, that's two. I might have been doing this math wrong. Yeah, I've been doing this math wrong. We're up to let's just make it this. Okay. Holy cow, thank you so much. I would love to get the other SAO games, though. I just need to find them, really. I know they're super cheap, but yeah. Seriously, every dollar, every pound, everything go... Oh, my goodness. Look, country, I appreciate this, but it might just be easier if you just donate everything that you wanted to right now, instead of just doing these smaller donations. Like, if you had £100 to donate, then just donate the whole £100 and make it easier on both of us. Oh my goodness, thank you. But I do appreciate it, and if you want to keep doing the way you're doing, then sure. Just saying it would be a little easier. Who is my favorite legend? Well, my favorite legendary Pokemon is Latias. I don't recall Jesus being rich. In fact, I recall him saying to sell all your riches. So I seriously doubt Jesus was rich. Anyway. My favorite legendary trio, probably the legendary birds. Classic. Awesome designs. Love them. If not them, then the Lake Guardians. What's my least favorite Pokemon? Garbodor. Which shiny am I hoping for? I'm hoping for either a shiny Poochyena or Wingull, but I'll be happy with a Zigzagoon as well. Just something that sparkles to get me off this route and get to the next project. Really. Ever watch Game of Thrones? No, I really don't have any interest, honestly. I've heard it's good. I don't care. It just has too much adult things for me to enjoy. I do not like adult stuff. I much prefer kids' things. We got a $5 donation from the challenges. Yeah, my computer runs at 35 frames a second, the lowest setting, and I'm 2,300 gold. Oh, man, thank you so much. If we're close rank, want to play each other. If we are close enough rank, then yes, absolutely. With all these donations you're giving me, then sure. Okay. That was a $5 donation? Yeah, that was okay. My goodness. This is the longest donation train I've ever had, and I know, that's over $50 that's been donated so far today already. Holy cow, thank you so much. That's just so, oh man. I don't know what else to say. Is Latias my favorite because it got abused in Pokemon Heroes? I wouldn't say it's because it got abused in Pokemon Heroes, but I will say Pokemon Heroes definitely has something to do with it. Like, it really, that movie really makes you feel for Latias. We got a $2 donation from the challenges, which puts us up over $300. We're at $301.60. Oh my goodness. Hype once again in the chat. And we're up over 60% of the way to our goal. That means we've gained over 10% just today. This is amazing. You guys are just amazing. I don't know what else to say. Have I caught legendary birds and Lugia? No, I have not. I have been going all over the place trying to find legendary raids, and I couldn't find a single one. I swear, Nintendo knows where I live, and they've intentionally made it so that no one here can get the legendaries just so that I can. I'm only half joking. I could buy another Switch for that money. Yeah, or I could buy 3/5 of a graphics card. And honestly, for my channel's purposes, I think the graphics card is a bit more important. What's my favorite starter Pokemon? Snivy. Favorite Pokemon movie? Pokemon Heroes. Favorite Splatoon 2 map? I really like That Pump Track. There's just something about it that I really... Okay, we got another town donation from Komasan. Holy cow. Okay, let's add that real quick. So that's 302.90. I just immediately remember now. At the moment, a pound equals $1.30. That's just awesome. I guess that means the pound is strengthening a little bit. But for today, a pound is $1.30. Some other time it might be $1.50. Some other time it might be 90 cents. But today it's $1.30. So I just know in my head. So, oh my goodness, just these donations are really blowing me out of the water. I cannot thank you guys enough. This is really going to help the channel out a whole lot. And that's something I need to emphasize. Every dollar that is donated during the stream is going towards the channel in some way. Other people in the past have donated towards the Splatoon 2 Pro Controller, which I got, and now I play for all my Switch games, and it's so much nicer than the Joy-Cons. It's probably the most comfortable controller I've ever held. People have donated towards various video games, including Overwatch, which as soon as I get this graphics card, I'll be able to play on stream and be able to make tons of videos for, which I'm really looking forward to. I love that game so much. People donated towards Disgaea 5, which, spoiler, will be the very first game that we review on Switch Sundays with Skul and Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. They've donated towards Splatoon 2 itself. They donated towards all those amiibo that released on the same day as Splatoon 2. So everything that you guys have donated towards, every dollar that you sent my direction through these streams has gone towards making the channel better. It has gone towards things that will be on the channel and that will be enjoyed by thousands of people. So thank you so much for that. And the biggest thing is you guys don't have to. It's just so amazing that you feel like I deserve it for some reason. I really couldn't tell you why, because I don't think I deserve it. So I appreciate it so much. Yeah, they have a Splatoon game headset, and I highly recommend you don't get it. Just plug your headphones into your computer and use Discord. It's a whole lot better. Oh, this is a nice remix. This is End's Castle. No, Prince End Final Battle remix. Do I know how you can earn money to buy a Switch? Well, if you need money for any reason, I just recommend that you be smart with, take odd jobs. Like, volunteer to mow someone's lawn, or clean their yard, or help them out around the house, or whatever. Like, things that you think would not pay well, but if they give you $5 for it, and you save up long enough, then, okay, you're just doing that to troll me. Now I gotta actually look it up, what £2.99 is. £2.99 to USD is $3.89. So I gotta actually do this math now. 302.90 plus 389, 306.79. Okay. But yeah, thanks for that donation. You're trolling. No, I'm not saying trolling me by donating. I do appreciate the donation. I'm just saying it's trolling me by making it a not round number, so I can't do the math in my head. Anyway, look at that number now. That's just awesome. Man, thank you so much. How am I playing this music in the stream? Well, I have a playlist of Glitch X City songs on my iTunes, and I just have the stream set up to record my computer audio. So say if someone were to send me a message on Skype, then you would hear the notification. But I've disabled everything except for the iTunes music, so that's all you hear. Skul sounds a mix of Australian and English. I'm Texan. I am American, so I seriously doubt that I sound Australian or English. My favorite color for my Switch? You mean for the Joy-Cons? My favorite Joy-Con combo is actually the one that came with the Switch. The left blue, right red. I do have all the Joy-Con colors still in their boxes on nice display, but I just prefer the left blue, right red for some reason. And if you hear a bit of white noise in the background, I'm sorry, but it's getting pretty warm in the house, so I had to turn on my fan, my floor fan. So if you hear a little bit of noise in the background, that's what that is. But it helps keep me cool so that I can keep streaming for you guys. My favorite weapon in Splatoon 2 is the Splat Dualies. Can I do a Pokemon Stadium playthrough for Surfing Pikachu 100%? I really don't wanna. I spent so long making that video as it was. I really don't want to have to do that all over again. Do I have the purple and green Joy-Con? There's no purple and green Joy-Con. There's the pink and green Joy-Con, and I have that. There's no purple Joy-Con, though. There might be an imposter in me on Amino. Here's how you know if it's me or not. I have a checkmark by my name. I'm verified on Amino. I was one of the first people to ever get verified on Amino. So if they don't have a checkmark, it's not me. Simple as that. I should stream Gale of Darkness. Well, once I get the capture card and Gale of Darkness, I would be able to, because I'm capable of streaming my GameCube, so I don't see why not. That's why the graphics card is the donation go, so I'll be able to open up my stream options to so many other things. And also to be able to record PC games for you guys like Overwatch. I could record Overwatch now, but it'd be like 240p, 10 frames a second. You really don't want to see that. I mean, I could do it. I just don't want to insult my viewers by doing that. I think that they deserve high-quality graphics and video content. Not to keep checking their internet to see if there's something wrong with it. Hi, Xavier. What graphics card am I getting? I don't know. I'm going to save up the money first and then look around. Probably a GX 1070. That's the one that I've seen the most that people recommend to me, so maybe that's the one I'll get. But nothing is out of the question. As long as it's $500, then anything's game. Do I like Mimikyu? Yes, I do. Do I have arms? Yes, I do. Will I play Undertale? Probably not. Or Undertake. I don't even know what Undertake is. I think you're talking about Undertale, though. I do have Undertale for the PS4 pre-ordered. Maybe I'll play that on stream. I don't know. I tried playing the Undertale on PC on Twitch a while ago. I got stuck on Undyne, and I never got past that, so I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I guess I'll leave it up to the fans to decide. Undertaker. Never heard of it. 12 pounds. Do I have a Discord? If I do, please send you a link. Okay, 12 pounds. How much is that? Oh, man. First of all, thank you. Second of all, I do have a Discord, but it's really reserved for my Patreon. Well, not even for my patrons. My Patreon pledgers only get access to the rooms I make whenever I okay, 1559. 1559 plus 306.79. 322.38. Wow. Look at that. We're up to almost 65% of the way there. But yeah, long story short, my Discord is mostly for business reasons, like for when I do Patreon reward sessions and when I play with my friends and for recording sessions. I don't exactly use it for personal reasons. So I could give you my my Discord name if you want, but it won't do you any good because I don't use it that much. So sorry if that wasn't the answer you were looking for, but it's the truth. Yeah, Xavier, they're going to be sold out. What I highly recommend you do is do this. There are various social media websites, subreddits, Twitter accounts, whatever, that will update you on whenever specific retail chains are going to get Switch restocks. Since the Switch has come out, I've seen Best Buy, Toys R Us, Target, and even Walmart advertise that they're getting them every once in a while, and they'll say, we're getting stock in most of our stores this Friday. So I highly recommend that you follow all of those in order to get a Switch. It's a little annoying, but it is possible to get a Switch for retail. Yeah, go ahead and just leave the Woomies. There is no stopping the Woomie train, it seems. You found a Splatoon 2 amiibo the other day. Awesome! Those are actually kind of hard to find. Make sure the power supply is strong enough for my graphics card. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Excuse me. Like, I checked the specs of my computer once, and I forget what most of them are, but basically, with the graphics card, it's the equivalent of a gaming PC, so... Right now, like, I'm able to do so much stuff on just the CPU alone, so that should just tell you how good the processor and the CPU are. I just need a graphics card now, so basically a GPU, which I know is incorrect, but whatever. Do not take this from me. You're going to get a new 2DS XL. I actually had a dream last night, now that you mentioned it, that I got sent a free new 2DS XL to review on the channel. That would never happen because Nintendo hates my guts. It would really have to be some other guy somewhere would send me a 2DS XL for free, which, what are the odds of that, huh? I mean, someone did want to send me a Wii for free. That's a little different. Like, Wii's are like 30 bucks. 30 bucks. New 2DS XL, I think they're, what, 150? What games would I recommend for the Switch? My big 3 games that I think you should get are Zelda Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You get those 3 games, you will have a gaming experience of the best kind on the Switch. It'll be the best gaming experience that you can possibly have on the Switch. Why does Nintendo hate my guts? Because I make videos of their games, but they don't get a penny of it because my partnership network circumvents their copyright system. They hate that they can't do anything about it either because what I do falls under fair use. So yeah. In fact, the only reason they haven't taken down my channel yet is because the Pokemon Company loves me. They really love me. They know I exist. They think I'm one of the best PokeTubers. And they basically told Nintendo to leave me alone. So Nintendo has left me alone, but that also means I don't get their stuff. We got a $2 donation from Herpaderp. We're up to $324.38. Holy cow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Herpaderp. Hype once again in the chat, everybody. Oh my goodness, how much has been donated today? Like 75 bucks? That's just amazing. Holy cow. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, is that correct? That is correct. Okay. My favorite evolution is Sylveon. Woomy. There, I've said Woomy to everyone who's asking. Why does the Pokemon Company love my channel? Because, like, when I was opening up cards all the time, they liked how I did it. They thought that I was entertaining. It definitely exposed the TCG to a lot of other people for the first time. I mean, my box opening of Flashfire is the most watched booster box opening of all time for Pokemon or any other card game. It's basically the most watched card game video of all time. And Pokemon loves me for it, for all the exposure that it's given them, and for how excited I am for it all. So, yeah, would I rather grind for a Surfing Pikachu or grind for an Alolan starter? I think you mean a shiny Alolan starter. Donated £5 on Patreon, now on here once again. Thank you. Oh, man, another £5 donation. £5 to USD. Holy cow, thank you so much. Okay, that's $6.50. $6.50. So that puts it up to $330.88. $330.88. Holy cow. 66% of the way there. Execute order 66. Holy cow. Huh, man. Now, if only we could find a shiny, that would make this, like, the best stream ever. Holy cow. And thank you for the £5 donation. I'll be sure to make... I will make absolutely sure that you get in on the Patreon reward sessions. Am I ever going to make hide-and-seek videos on Splatoon 1 again? I might. Not for a long time. If I do, but we'll see. Yay, Skul is live. Yes, he is. I don't know why people are watching him. I think he's stupid. I think he's one of the worst YouTubers ever. Why do people give him the time of day? Can you imagine 193,000 people are subscribed to him? I can't imagine it. Look, his video today only has 5,000 views. That's horrible. He's a stupid YouTuber. I think that he should quit. I think he should get a real job. Leave the professional YouTubing to Jake Paul. So, how's everyone doing today on this fine Tuesday afternoon? Oh, I thought I'd mention, I got a very special game in the mail today. I got Drive from Limited Run Games. And if you guys know anything about them, they make limited run physical releases of digital-only PS4 and PS Vita games. Basically, they make digital games physical, but only for a short amount of time. And I got my very first one of them. I'm very excited to have it. I'm a big fan of physical media, so it is going to sit on my shelf for a long time, and I'm going to enjoy having it. Thank you for that, Jay Handpie, but I'm not accepting gift Pokemon anymore. Basically, any Pokemon that I get from here on out, I want to earn on my own. Plus, I'm having a hard time remembering if you can even get a shiny legendary in Sun and Moon right now besides shiny Tapu Koko. What's my favorite social media? Honestly, Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm an open book. I share basically whatever I think about at any given time. I very rarely censor myself. I do, because I know I have a lot of unpopular opinions, but for the most part, whenever something interests my mind, I just post it there. So, you want to know all about my life or my what goes on in the mind of Skullshirgle TCG, follow me on Twitter. Beyond that, I do have a Facebook, but it's for personal reasons. I don't use it too often. Of course, YouTube, if that counts as social media, that is literally my job and my life. I don't have an Instagram. If there's anyone on Instagram claiming to be me, they're a phony. They're fake. They're fake news, just like CNN. So don't follow them. Otherwise, yeah, I think Twitter's my favorite social media platform. Later, Joltard. Thanks for being in here. Yeah, Kayana has yet to hug me. Do I like fishy? He's a silly fish. That's what I have to say. He's a silly fish. Sorry, I'm only sharing my friend code on the Switch with people who pledged me on Patreon, and even then, it's really just so that we can play together during reward sessions. So sorry. If it had like a 1,000 friend limit, then I'd be all for it. And if it had an easier way to purge friends, then I'd be all for it. But the Switch has a 300 friend limit, and you still can only delete them one at a time. Like Nintendo, you live in the year 2017. Get the friends list code figured out correctly. Come on. It's not that hard. Whatever. What are my thoughts on Lycanroc Dust form? When I first saw it, I thought it was just a shiny midday form. Once I learned the differences, though, I thought it was pretty cool. I think it's a good form. I think I still like the Midnight form the most, but Dust form is a really good... It looks like Lycanroc. It's a good one. Oh, thank you, Nintendo. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know plenty of people who are too nervous to come up and say hi to me, but don't be. I mean, I'm just like you guys. I'm just a normal person who happens to make YouTube videos, so I just appreciate like all the support and stuff. So if you ever see me, go up and say hi. Don't be nervous. Don't be bashful. Just say hi and I'll give you a high five, maybe take a picture with you, post it on Twitter. So yeah. You have licked every post of mine on Twitter. You have licked every post of mine on Twitter. Wow. You don't know where those posts have been. What are the steps to pledging me on Patreon? Go to Patreon, create an account, choose how much you're pledging and what you want your reward to be, and send me like real life money every month, and that's how that works. $1 every month gets you credit at the end of my videos for the full month, and $5 gets a full 1-hour Patreon reward session. This month we're going to split it between Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But yeah, it can be really any game. If you don't have those games, then I would work with you and find a game we both have, and I would play with you in that game for an hour, even if you're the only one who has that game. So I really do want to make sure the rewards are fair, so that's why I'm doing it that way. My favorite food is macaroni and cheese. Do I like Pikmin series? Never played it, so I don't know if I like it or not. Who is my favorite legend? If you mean legendary Pokemon, Latias. Could you do $5 for a certain number of months? Well, you could do $5 for just 1 month and play with me for an hour and then leave, and I won't think any less of you. It's really up to you. I don't want for you guys to ever donate to me unless you're absolutely sure you want to. If, like, I have over $100 in pledges on Patreon right now. If tomorrow every single one of them pulled out, I'd be a little confused, but I would be like, okay, that's your decision. Okay, go ahead, do that. I don't care. I mean, I do care, but, like, you understand what I mean. I would respect it. If you, for whatever reason, want to stop pledging to me on Patreon, I completely understand. But that being said, it is only $5 a month. Even $1 a month helps out in ways you just cannot imagine. I'm just now beginning to recover from the ad crisis on YouTube. There's still a lot of things that I wish I could afford, but I just can't. And that extra money does help out a lot. So just know, even if it's $1 every month, I appreciate it so much. Oh, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Mind if you unsub? Well, if you want to, then okay. I don't know why, but I mean, if you're going to unsub, at least tell me why, even if it's just because you feel like it. But then again, why would you tell me that you're going to unsub anyway? Because I'm just going to be like, okay, bye. Like, Anna, okay, bye. My best Pokemon I've ever had, probably my level 100 Charizard from the original Pokemon Red and Blue. So long ago, though. That being said, I do have Zippy now, and she's awesome. She's in my Pokemon Moon game, not going anywhere. Yeah, if you wanted to, Gradivoire, you could. Just know that if you do $5 a month, you get an hour with me. If you do a $1 a month, then you just get the name at the end of the video. You don't get that hour session with me anymore. But you could donate however you wish. You could do $1 for 1 month, then skip the next few months, then do $5, then skip the next few, then go back to $1, then 5, then 1, then skip more. You can do it however you want. It's just how much you donate affects the reward, but that's literally it. Beyond that, it's all up to you. My favorite Gen 1 Pokemon is Nidoqueen. My favorite non-legendary Pokemon besides Zippy? Samurott. Well, Mark, I upload Splatoon videos every Tuesday, and I'm uploading a little more than that now. I mean, did you not see my video from today? Well, Denton, if you're having issues donating, then let me know. But if it's just the fact that you can't donate because you don't have the money, here's what you guys can do. If you wish to support the channel but you don't have money, just watch my videos. I'm serious. That's all it takes to support the channel. Go and watch some videos, especially the ones that don't get many views, the ones with less than, say, 5,000 views. Watch it with the ad block off so that you watch the ad. I get money directly from the ad, and YouTube's algorithm looks at those videos and says, wait, people are watching this. I'm going to share it with other people. So yeah, if you can't donate, just watch some of my videos. And that alone supports me. And it's just as appreciated as money. What games am I planning on streaming once I get the graphics card? Well, just for example, with a graphics card, I would be able to stream any console ever. I have a Switch and a Wii U that I have plenty of games for, but I can't stream right now because my computer's not powerful enough without the graphics card. I have older consoles. I have a Nintendo 64 and a GameCube. I have an Atari 2600 for crying out loud. I have a Sega Genesis and a PlayStation 1. I could stream all of that with a graphics card, which I can't do right now. I could stream PC games. I could stream Overwatch. I could keep streaming this, but have a nice webcam and GIFs and animations and stuff. That's what I could stream with all of that. And then outside of streaming, it would allow for me to play all sorts of PC games like Overwatch. I mean, I play Overwatch now. I just can't record it. I mean, I could record it, but the quality is so bad. It's just I don't want to because I think that's an insult to people. So yeah, that's what it comes down to. Is with a graphics card, I'd basically be able to do just about anything. Do I still play with Jordan Japan? He doesn't actually have any of the games I have. Once he does get those games, then we're planning on playing with each other all the time. It's just he sold his Wii U. He just doesn't have a Switch yet, and there's honestly like nothing else the two of us have. So yeah. Have I ever seen Octoboy? Yeah, I've seen Octoboy. Like, he and I played together a lot. Am I going to do an Undertale stream? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I will. I really don't know yet. One time in Alpha Sapphire you found a shiny Sandshrew. Awesome. That sounds like it's really, that sounds really cool actually. I know shiny Sandshrew is a bit green. I like it. It's a nice color for a shiny. Oh, there will be more Chaco. It's just his schedule and our schedules rarely combine. Like, tomorrow we're going to be recording some Salmon Run, and it's like, hey, Chaco, do you want to do it? He's like, no, I can't. I'll be at Disney. I'm like, well, what's more important to you, Disney or Splatoon? Huh? 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 He said, yeah, well, then he said the kicker, at least Disney doesn't lag you out. Well, it's hard to argue with that. But basically, he's fine. He's alive. He's going to be just fine. He'll be in my videos again eventually. It's just a scheduling issue. Am I going to sign up for the Nintendo World Championships? Probably not. I sincerely doubt they'll even let me in. Like I said, they hate me. So, and honestly, like the last time they did it in 2015, I wasn't that impressed. It was incredibly long. The system was, it was set up pretty simply, but how did they pick who they were going to get on the stage? Like, Lasercorn from Smosh Games? What are his qualifications over, say, Pat the NES Punk? Just, they never disclosed how they picked these people. And basically it was just they picked 4 random big YouTubers, and they, and then there's another 4 people who, or it wasn't just 4, I don't think, but still, it was not that many people they picked who were just big YouTubers, and then from all the entrants throughout the rest of the country, they narrow it down to what, another 4 or 8? It was either 4 or 8, one of those, but still, like, their process of picking all these people was a little iffy at best. And when they finally did do it, they started it off with Splatoon, and whichever team lost, you're out. So, starting it out, but trying to, I just don't agree with trying to prove who the best Nintendo player in the world is by starting it out with a team deathmatch. There were some other things I didn't like about it too. It felt so gimmicky, and when John Numbers won, I honestly didn't feel as excited for him as I think I should have. Honestly, though, like, Super Mario Maker, that was probably the only part of the entire event that I thought was actually skill-based. Everything else was luck-based or team-based, which is not what you should do to determine who the best players are. That's how I feel about the whole thing. So, am I going to enter the World Championships this time around? I don't see a reason to. I have other things to spend my time and money on. Yeah, I've collaborated with Garen Riva. It was more than just Gmod. We did. I mean, if you know us for just Gmod, then you missed out on a very big series on both of our channels. Have I ever played Tomodachi Life? Nope. Later, Yoshi. My favorite Pokemon move. Oh, my favorite move is probably Oceanic Operetta, which is Primarina's signature Z move. It's a beautiful, gorgeous move. What do I think of that emoji? It looks like the emoji of Dread. Like Nick Wilde's face when Judy told him federal tax evasion. That's what that emoji reminds me of. Wait, what was just an example of what I've done, Tom? Oh, okay. Never mind. I realized it now. Yeah, I'd like to collab with him again. The problem is he's not doing PokeSins anymore because of the stupid copyright flag on his channel, which he is still sifting through, like 5-6 months later, which is ridiculous. And all he really does anymore is stuff that I really have no interest in. He does have Overwatch on PC, so maybe I'll play with him sometime on that, but honestly, beyond that, I don't see us collaborating ever again. What is my favorite movie? I'm going to go with Zootopia, but it's really a tie between Zootopia and Frozen. And I know, the reason I picked Zootopia is because whenever I say I like Frozen, everyone's like, either Frozen's overrated, or how can you like Frozen, you're a guy? You guys are sexist, for one. And two, Frozen is just a good movie, okay? Who cares if it stars girls? Girls can star in good movies, like, say, Alien, or, I don't know, Star Wars The Force Awakens. You know, all these movies that star powerful, strong female characters. And Frozen just happens to be one of them, and I just fell in love with Frozen the first time I saw it, so I love Frozen. But because everyone just looks at me weird, I say I like Zootopia as my favorite film, and then no one bats an eye. What's on the bottom left of the screen? Oh, bottom right of the screen? Well, that's the encounters for one, unless you're talking about my watermark. That's my Helioptile, Zippy. If I could randomize any Pokemon game, what would it be? Honestly, I don't want to randomize any Pokemon game. I like the games exactly as they are made. I don't want them any different. There is one exception that I would love to see. I would love to see Gen 1 games like Red, Blue, Yellow, but with all 802 Pokemon catchable inside of them. I would love to see that. That just would be amazing. No, don't worry, Crimson King. I will notice that it is shiny. Okay, you can stop singing and let it go, Laking. You're not even singing. Lacking Lakitu, I guess. That's how your name would be said. Oh, this is, I think, Lich's longest song. This is the Deoxys remix. Again, sorry for the noise in the background. That's my fan keeping me cool so that I can stream for you guys. I did notice you, Mark. I acknowledged you several times before. What happened to my Twitch? Well, Twitch doesn't really agree with my streaming software for some reason. It's kind of hard to keep a steady stream there. But more than that, I just have more exposure here. People get notified a whole lot more about me streaming. And it's easier for me to clip the highlights and upload them to YouTube later if I stream here. So that's basically why I'm here. What's my favorite theme in the Pokemon games? Ooh, good question. Probably the opening title theme for the first games, for Red, Blue, and Yellow. Because you hear those, and you know you're in for a fun time. My favorite Splatoon color is light blue. I guess that donation train ended. No surprise. The person don't. Oh, I spoke too soon. $2 from the challenges. Playing Splatoon now. Any tips? Yeah, use motion controls. It may seem counterintuitive, but use the motion controls. You will love them. So 332.88. But the person who was country who was donating from Europe, I'm sure has gone to bed by now, because it's what 10, 11 p.m. over there. So yeah, donation hype in the chat once again, everyone. Do I have the same Twitch mods on YouTube? A lot of the Twitch mods do not have YouTube accounts. As many of them that do as possible, I have made into mods, and if there's anyone watching who was a mod on Twitch but isn't here, let me know and I'll mod you. And that's, I just opened myself up to something I am going to regret.
Life's not some cartoon musical where you sing a little song and your insipid dreams magically come true. So let it go.
There was a single person in the back of the theater who yelled, "Ha!" at that. What would I say is the hardest main series Pokemon game? The hardest? I'm actually gonna go with Gen 4, you know, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Because it's just so hard to get to a good level before you get to Cynthia. It took me a long time to beat her way back when. A long time. What time zone am I in? I'm in Central Time. Can I play Ultimate Chicken Horse? Never even heard of it. The easiest games would be X and Y, especially if you leave the EXP share on. If you turn it off, then you're fine. Like, it's a normal difficulty, but leaving on the EXP share, those games are so easy. Can you be a mod on YouTube? Even though you've donated a lot, I haven't exactly seen you, I haven't exactly seen you outside of that, so I don't want to say no, but how about just not for right now? Would that be fair? Am I going to be doing more Salmon Run? Oh, absolutely. Salmon Run is a really, really fun mode. Looking forward to playing more of it. Am I going to do an Alpha Sapphire livestream? Well, I don't have Alpha Sapphire yet, so I don't. So definitely not right now. Yeah, go ahead, Denton. It's not like we were the first ones who came up with the hide and seek mode. I think we're just the first ones who popularized it. So feel free. It's not like we have a trademark on hide and seek or anything. I'm sorry, I'm humming along. I just love this music. The Pokemon music is definitely my favorite. It's definitely my favorite game scores ever made. They're just so iconic and so catchy and so beautiful. How am I recording from my DS? Is it homebrew? No, I have a modified 3DS XL that has a special card in it that allows for me to plug it straight into the computer, and then with some computer software which came with the 3DS, it just displays on my screen, and then I capture the screen with OBS. I believe the website where you can buy this is 3dscapture.com. It's not cheap. It's like $500-600, but it is a specially modified 3DS. No homebrew here. I'm basically as against homebrew as you can get, for whatever reasons. Like, I even have a problem with people who, well, I have a slight problem, not as big a problem as I do with people who hack games, for example. I even have a slight problem with people who, like, modify their GameCubes so that their Game Boy players show in 240p instead of 480p. Like, even that's a little iffy for me. Do they make external capture cards for 3DS? No, they do not. You need to get a specially modified 3DS that has a capture card installed on the inside. But no one knows how far I'll go. You're welcome. Yeah, I know that, Lapis. I just didn't remember it at the time when I said that. It was a little odd. That's fine. I do know that now, though. Well, I remembered it later, I guess is what I should say. No, I'm not a good singer. My singing instructor told me. Oh, man, that story. I'll go ahead and share that story. I took singing classes in college, and, oh, let me just... I'm trying to think of how to shorten this. I had voice lessons for a semester, and at the end of the semester, we had to do a recital. I learned a song, I memorized the song, and the teacher promised that he would have one of his piano students be my accompanist. Unfortunately, that student didn't find out until the night of the recital, and he was given music that was in a different key and a different arrangement than what I had learned. So everything I had learned basically went down the drain, and that was so embarrassing for me having to sing that. And then the next day, I come in and the teacher is just like head in his hands, like he was just so ashamed, and he said, and I quote, "I have never been more embarrassed in my life than when you sang last night." And that's the last time I ever sang in public. So that was very, very not good. I have no doubt that I could sing well. I do great in groups, but I always need to have the sound surrounding me in order for me to harmonize properly. I am very bad at solo singing. So, what's the name of this song again? That I made with someone. Oh, it's Make a Wish. Make a Wish. And again, that's me solo singing, so it's horrible. If you want to have a cringe fest, look up Make a Wish on my channel. Why aren't I leveling up in Splatoon 2? Honestly, I don't play Splatoon 2 that much because up until the Splat... Like, when you saw my Splatfest video today, me disconnecting every single match, that happened before that, like, all the time. I just disconnected so much I couldn't make any progress in the game. So now that I've fixed my internet, hopefully, I mean, I haven't lagged out during this stream either, so I guess it's fixed. Maybe I'll level up a bit more, but it just was so frustrating to sit down for a full hour in Splatoon and maybe only finish 2 games. And those 2 games I finished, I always lost. So that's why I haven't leveled up that much. Have I played Diddy Kong Racing on the N64? Well, I put it in the console to make sure it worked, and it did, but I haven't played it since then, not yet. I will someday, just haven't yet. It is a very fun game. I remember loving it when I was a kid, but I just have other priorities. That's my biggest thing, is that I do have priorities, which affects what games I can play and when. My favorite Mario Kart track? I can't decide. I like all of them. I really do. They're all really fun. Still no shiny. On the bright side, we're almost to the halfway point of the stream. And when we hit 3750, that's the halfway point. Would I rather one Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or Sinnoh Remix? Well, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon are happening whether we like it or not, and Sinnoh has not yet been confirmed. So I think I'd prefer Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And even then, if they were hypothetical, I'd prefer Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon because of one big reason. You can still play Diamond, Pearl, Platinum on the 3DS. I could put them into this 3DS that I'm playing right now and play them for you right at this instant. Why would you remake games that you can still play on the exact same system? That just doesn't make sense to me. What do I mean by halfway point? I mean, I started at 3,500 and I'm going to 4,000, so I'm doing 500 encounters today. The halfway point of that is 250, and I'm at 225 right now. So, yeah. Do I like the Joy-Con grip? It's okay, but I much prefer the Pro Controller. It is the most comfortable thing I have ever held in my hands. What's my favorite Pokemon? Helioptile. It is adorable. When am I having my next session with patrons? I don't know, and honestly, I should probably schedule that real quick before I forget, before it's too late, because I'm going to South Carolina next weekend to see the solar eclipse, so I need to make sure it's not during that time, preferably before. I have so many patrons who are pledged to me. I need to schedule multiple sessions this month to accommodate them all, so I need to work on that. The sooner the better. What state do I live in? I live in Texas. I figured that was actually pretty common knowledge by now. But yeah, I live in Texas. Do I watch the Sun and Moon anime? No. I've seen the first few episodes. I wasn't that interested. The last episode I saw involved everyone wearing swimsuits. I only remember that because I distinctly remember realizing they never did that in Kalos. They never once hit up the beach. The only time we saw anyone in swimsuits was Serena and Bonnie in the Diancie movie when they were just trying them on. That's it. I don't know why that struck my attention, but that's the last one I saw in the Sun and Moon anime, was everyone hitting up the beach and me realizing they never did that in Kalos. That was, yeah. My favorite Pokemon type is Sylveon. Well, I mean, Sinnoh remakes wouldn't be that far out there. They are over 10 years old now. Diamond and Pearl came out in 2006. That's 11 years ago. So it wouldn't be that far out there. I mean, there was less time between Red and Blue and then Fire Red, Leaf Green. I think there was only 8 years between those games. So Diamond and Pearl, if they got remade now, wouldn't be that far out there. I just don't think it's going to happen. I wouldn't want it to happen. I think all of these hints are just red herring. Just me personally. Of course, it could be announced, like, it could have been announced while I was streaming just now, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Am I going to make a new N64 Chronicles episode? Yes, I will. I actually have already started recording footage of it. I'm just not expecting for people to watch it. They didn't watch the first one, so why should they watch this one? The first one was on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, probably the best game on the N64. No one watched it. And I'm going to be looking at lesser games for the most part from here on out, so why should I expect people to watch these instead, basically. Would I want a Marina and Pearl amiibo? I wouldn't mind them. I think they would look pretty nice on my shelf, too. Am I going to grow a beard out again? I currently have a beard. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, if you... Like, my most recent video that shows me my face is probably, my gaming room tour. You look at that, I have a beard. I'm still wearing it, so... I prefer the beard. Honestly, I only shave it for a few times a year for various reasons. The biggest one is whenever I go to a convention as Nick Wilde, he looks better without a beard, so I shave for that. Just my personal choice. I could wear the beard, and wouldn't matter, but I prefer not. Sometimes when it's going to be a particularly hot day for a troop in one of my Star Wars costumes, I go ahead and shave just to make it a little easier for my face to cool down. That's basically it. There's really no other reason for me to ever shave completely. Every once in a while I get the urge just to do it for the fun of it, but that's basically it. Oh, well, Crimson, I hope you enjoy what you watch. If I was an animal, what animal would I like to be? I'd like to be a fox. Foxes are my favorite non-mythical animal. They just look adorable. They have pretty good lives. They're predators, but they're not too powerful. They're not that high up the food chain. I like foxes. I would love to be a fox. Favorite Star Wars character is Rey. Yep, Skul does only shave for cosplay. That's basically what it comes down to. My favorite fire-type Pokemon is Salazzle. I pick Booyah. This way, Booyah Squid, I pick Booyah every time. Is $12 good for 3 Animal Crossing amiibo? That's about what I would expect to pay for them, so I say go for it. I bought mine for $13 each. I should have played the long game. I should have waited to buy them for when they went on sale. I was just so paranoid that they would become so scarce. Nope, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, and they're discounted everywhere because no one's buying them. All-time favorite movie, it's a tie between Zootopia and Frozen. If we're talking about Pokemon movies, Pokemon Heroes. Are there any games that I like? Generally, most people don't like. That's a good question. I'm really enjoying Excel World vs. Sword Art Online. I know a lot of people don't exactly like that. I don't know. Beyond that, I really couldn't tell you. My opinion on Fire Red Leaf Green? I would enjoy them more if they didn't hold your hand the whole time. Honestly, remakes in general, I don't like the concept of, because if there's a game, I would love to play the original game on the original hardware. Obviously, for the regular person, that's not an option. So it's either emulation or a remake. But I personally prefer original everything. Oh, not bad, Firehawk, you're almost there. The worst movie I've ever watched? Disaster movie. By far. I could not finish that. It was impossible for me to finish. I know it's a spoof. It's just so bad. My favorite Alolan starter is Poplio. But this is a remake? Yes, it is. OmegaRuby Alpha Sapphire are my least favorite Pokemon games. They remade Hoenn, which was my least favorite region, and they hardly added anything. It really just... This was a chore to get through the first time. It took me maybe 2-3 weeks to get through it the first time. As opposed to X and Y, which came out the year before, I finished that in 2 days. I was just so engaged in that, and I loved that so much. But these games, there's just something about them I just don't like. I mean, you could always, download the original games on Virtual Console. Like, I do have Red on this DS, on the Virtual Console. And of course, Gold and Silver are coming out in Virtual Console. That has its upside. The battery will never run dry. You'll never have to do a backup of your save data, whatever. But I just prefer, like, I've been playing Pokemon Silver on my GameCube through the Game Boy player. I know that in 7 years the battery is going to run dry and I'll lose all my progress, but honestly I don't care. I'm looking forward to 7 years from now when I have to replace the battery again and I get to start all over for the first time. That's just my preference. And of course, if Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire are your favorite games, all the more power to you. You keep liking these games. You like what you like. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I'm not bashing people who like these games. I'm just saying they're my least favorite, and hopefully you understand why. Can I do a Splatoon 2 live stream? Once I get that graphics card I'm saving up for, right now my computer is not powerful enough to handle it. Also, this is the halfway point of the stream, just for anyone who was wondering. We're 250 encounters deep, and we have 250 to go before we hit 4,000. So, seriously, like, I don't want for you to think that I'm pulling a everyone's entitled to their own opinion sort of card, because that's just one step above I'm right, you're wrong. If you like these games, I want for you to keep liking these games. Whatever you like, you keep liking it. I can accept that my likes and dislikes are going to be different from everyone else's. I know plenty of people who prefer these over X and Y. I prefer X and Y over these. That's fine. That's fine. Everyone is a bit different. And that is a good thing. So I want for you guys, if you like these games, to keep liking these games. What if you gave a fake super chat? Well, good luck with giving a fake super chat. I mean, the worst thing that... well, actually, let me take that back, because you can give money, and then you can demand a refund, and then not only do I have to give the money back, then I need to pay a fee as well, which chargebacks are just insane for donations. It's like, I think, 20%. So if you donated $5, not only would I have to give you $5, I'd also need to pay $1 to YouTube to handle it. It's not fun. So please don't fake donate to me if you're going to do a chargeback, because it really will hurt me. You think it's just a prank? It really does hurt. So, least favorite shiny Pokemon? I don't remember what most of the shinies look like, honestly, but I will say the shinies that look too close to the original are the ones I don't like Gibble and Garchomp, for example. The ones that look so close that you don't exactly know if they're shiny until the minute they sparkle or don't sparkle. Favorite Pokemon games besides Pokemon Gold and Silver? Honestly, X and Y. Those are my second favorite games. But it's so hard to pick between those and Gen 1. Just so hard. But I'm going with X and Y just barely a little more, with Gen 1 being a close third. Can't believe you're still doing this. Well, I'm doing this until I get a shiny. Or until I hit 4,000 encounters. Do I play Breath of the Wild? Oh yeah, I've poured over 50 hours into Breath of the Wild. I play it a lot. I love that game so much. Honestly, like, even though I say Pokemon Silver is my favorite game, there's a difference between that and the best game. I consider The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild to be the best video game ever made, and I'm not saying that lightly. It is just such a perfect game. It is, in my opinion, the best game ever. How'd I get a shiny Trico? Well, I picked Trico as my starter, and then just soft resetted the game until it shined. It's been several hours. It's been 1 hour and 51 minutes. That's not several hours. This is normal stream time for me. In fact, I could stream for like 3-4 hours total. In fact, I'm probably gonna. Just watch Make-A-Wish, I'm not that bad. Yeah, but you did cringe, didn't you? Don't lie, you cringed. Why don't I use the technique to increase my shiny chance? Because, 2 reasons. One, the only techniques that I can use right now to increase the odds are to Dex Nav. Basically, find a Pokemon rustling and walk up to it. You can only hunt for particular Pokemon that you have already caught. So right now I could only hunt for Zigzagoon. I want a Poochyena or a Wingull if I can help it. 2, that takes about 4 times as long between having to walk around, wait for something to rustle, and then having to slowly walk up to it, than just to get random encounters. So honestly, this takes about the same amount of time anyway. So that's what it comes down to. Would I buy an app that has all the Zelda games on it? No, I would much rather buy the actual games and play them all on all the original hardware. Again, just my preference, but that is my preference, is to play the actual games on the original hardware as much as possible. Kirsten, you don't have to watch the whole thing. If I get the shiny, this is for everyone. If I get the shiny this stream, I will just highlight it and upload it to YouTube as its own video. My favorite Mega Pokemon is Mega Latias. Why don't I react to it for a video? I don't do reaction videos that well. The only one of any interest that I've done is when I reacted to the final trailer for The Force Awakens, and there were just so many people who said that I talked too much throughout. But that's how I react. I usually react that way just in my head, but I figure if it's in front of a video, if it's in front of a camera, why not react out loud? So if the one reaction video I've done that got attention just did not get that good of reception, then I don't see the reason to keep doing reactions. Do I have the real life Z-Ring? No. No, I kind of wanted it, but then I decided not worth it. I kind of still want it, honestly, but I just don't want it. I just don't think it's worth it, honestly. Yeah, I know the Overwatch Summer Games is out. I haven't decided triple jump, whether if a Pokemon faints it's dead or if I get to revive them. Because usually in a Nuzlocke, that's one of the rules, obviously, but it's just so hard to get shiny Pokemon in this game. I don't think that it would be fair if, like, in one bad battle, I lost everything but one Pokemon, and then I would have to go to the next route, like the next few routes further, just to find a few more shinies. Like, basically spend a few months before I can continue in the game, like, at all. I just don't know if it's worth it. I might just make it so that there's no death rule. I don't know, I haven't decided. How many Switch games do I own? All of them, and I believe right now that's 23 physical games. Not to mention 3 that I have downloaded: Snipperclips, Oceanhorn, and Shantae App Genie Hero. So I guess I technically own 26 games, but I only count the physical ones, and I do own every single one, released everywhere in the world so far. So all American games, which so far is there's no European exclusives, and all Japanese games. So I think that's 23. Have I seen Metroid Samus Returns for 3DS? Yep, I have pre-ordered. I am looking forward to it. I'll probably even stream it for you guys when I get it. Least favorite Pokemon? Garbodor. Why not just a shiny exclusive? Well, it's shorter to say ShinyLocke than playing through the game only using shinies, but there's no other rules. Like, I think ShinyLocke is a better way of putting it. Would I rather Breath of the Wild or Splatoon 2? Honestly, between the two, Breath of the Wild. I know that's hard to say, but it's just so immersive and so addictive. What character would I like to see in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Honestly, all the characters I want are already there. Well, you just listed the 2 that I'm least experienced with, Lucy Lou, so can't say anything beyond that. Do I have an old channel called Skul Block Circle? Yeah, I think I did. I don't know if I still do. I don't know if the videos are there anymore. I might have taken them down. And even then, it wasn't that good. I did have a channel before this one. Good luck finding it. Even I I mean, I could probably find it if I looked. I just have, like, no interest whatsoever. This is my channel. This is my life now. So that's all that matters to me. How many secret rares did I do for Trico? 700 something, I think. It wasn't that much. The highlight is on my channel if you want to look at it. What happened to Kyle? His schedule is just completely out of whack with the rest of us. Like, even tomorrow when we're going to record some Salmon Run, he's not going to be there because he's going to be at Disney. So, it's just so unfortunate. He cannot work with us yet. But he will. It'll happen sometime. Just not anytime soon. What's with everyone asking for shoutouts? Why do you want a shoutout? Do you really think it's going to, like, accomplish something? I see your names. I see all of your comments. I just, like, what's the point of shoutouts? Not going to release the name of my old channel? It's still Block of Shurgle. Good luck. Like I said, you could probably find it easily enough. There's nothing there to really look at. Except really, really bad videos. What am I looking for? I'm looking for anything that sparkles on this route. My options are Wingull and Poochyena, which I hope I get one of those, and Zigzagoon, which I won't mind if I get that either. I just prefer the other two. Do I like Charizard? Yeah. There aren't many Pokemon I don't like, so odds are very high. If you ask if I like Pokemon, then yes, I like that Pokemon. Do the Cinnamon Challenge. That's so 2014, and I don't want to kill myself by accident, so... Favorite Divine Beast. What's the elephant one? Divine, Naruto, maybe? Naruto? I just realized what I said, but... No, I don't think so. I think the elephant's my favorite one, whatever it's called. Please shout out the window or door. Why? I don't see the point in doing that. I don't do shout outs, I'll just make that clear. Do I really think I'll find a shiny? Well, maybe. I know I'll get one eventually. It's bound to happen. It's just, I don't know when it'll happen, that's all. How do you do a Wonder Trade? You open up the, well, if you're in Sun and Moon, you go to the Festival Plaza, turn on your internet, and trade Wonder Trade. My favorite rainbow card from Sun and Moon? I don't know. I'm not into the TCG anymore, so I guess either Lapras, wow, Salazzle or Primarina, one of those. I'm not allowing caps. It's just people don't. It's just that. I guess my monster letting it slide right now. How many shinies do I have? Well, in this game, just 2. Over in my Y game, which is where I keep most of them, I have 150. All various species. I don't know. I was thinking I'd get 500 encounters today, but maybe I'll just stop at 3,800. That's a good 300 encounters. What is Wonder Trade? You trade a Pokemon. You pick what Pokemon, but you trade it with someone else in the world who is also Wonder Trading. You don't know what you're getting in return until the trade is over, basically. It just randomly hooks you up with someone else who is also Wonder Trading at that moment, and you don't know what you get until it happens. My second shiny right now is Zigzagoon, which I got on Route 102. That's why I'm hoping I don't get a Zigzagoon here on Route 103, because I already have one. But if that was shiny, I would have caught it and moved to Route 104. Favorite Zelda game? Breath of the Wild. Why do I place the Inkling girl in Splatoon? Because I like her design more than the Inkling boy. I like the girl designs more than the boys in almost every game, honestly. Yeah, I'll probably end at 10. Yeah, I'm just going to end it at 3,800, so just 10 after this. Do I emulate? No, and I'm against emulation. Do I like Minecraft? Nope, never played it. Have I ever caught a Shiny Zygarde? It's impossible. Shiny Zygarde is locked out of the game. It's literally impossible to get a Shiny Zygarde. Literally impossible. If you ever see a Shiny Zygarde, someone hacked it. My favorite Pokemon series, you mean in the anime? My favorite is Advanced Generation, but I consider Diamond and Pearl to be the best. Who did I vote for, Hillary or Trump? Well, I'm not going to say who I voted for, because I'm not stupid. I could have voted for anyone. I could have voted for Clinton, I could have voted for Trump, I could have voted for a third party. I will say I did vote, but I'm not telling you who for. Oh, you're going to Disney World in a few days. Awesome. Enjoy Pandora. It really is awesome. It's like really immersive. It blew me away. In fact, Flight of Passage is now my favorite ride at Disney World. It just convinced me immediately, despite the 3-hour queue. It was just really, really good. So enjoy it. Oh, that's the point, Triple Jump. You don't know what you're going to get. What map do I want to return to Splatoon 2? Black Belly Skate Park, I guess, but honestly, I'm happy with just Port Mackerel and Moray Towers. Have I considered making a Discord server? I have made a Discord server in the past. It didn't work out too well. Oh my goodness, we got another $5 donation from the challenges. Good luck on your shiny hunt. Oh man, hype once again in the chat. Okay, 337.88. 67.58% of the way there, holy cow. You donated just in time, I was almost done. That is like almost $100 that was donated today. That's like, I think $70, $80. That's amazing. Have I ever been to Kentucky Kingdom? Nope, never even heard of it. Do I have a Game Boy? I have a Game Boy Color and a Game Boy Advance SP. Oh, and I have the Pokemon Heroes themed Game Boy Advance. I'm very, very thrilled to have it in its condition. So, yeah, but I have those three. I don't have an original Game Boy. I'm hoping to grow my Game Boy collection in the long term, but that's not my priority right now. My priority right now is to get various specific games and various specific other consoles. Like, my next console will probably be the NES, the original NES. Yeah, Triple Jump, you can Wonder Trade any Pokemon you want, including ones that you get from Wonder Trade. You can even Wonder Trade Shinies and Legendaries. Just know, once you do, you're never getting them back. Have I been in every state? No, I have not been to Alaska or Hawaii. I have been to every state west of the Mississippi. East of the Mississippi, I've been to every state except those in New England. So basically, I've been as far west as Ohio and Kentucky and Tennessee, and as far north as far south, I guess, as North Carolina and South Carolina. So I have not been to Virginia and north, with the one exception being Massachusetts. I have been to Massachusetts, but the rest of New England I have not been to. And that was not a shiny, and that's how this ends. Going to go ahead and save the game. Thanks, everyone, for coming out and watching. This lasted for 2 hours. I'm sorry I didn't go for the full 500 like I thought, but I'm suddenly very hungry, and you guys weren't really going to stick around for another 2 hours anyway, so... So that pretty much does it. Whoever sent me emails, I'll go ahead and reply to those real quick. If you pledge me on Patreon, I'll go ahead and make a post trying to schedule our reward session. And otherwise, thanks everyone for watching, and come back next time. Hopefully we'll get a shiny soon.